Welcome back to another biometrics integration episode. Today, I am going to show you how to wire up this Python Django biometric registration form to the backend, that is, to the Python Django app. To get us started, we are going to create a view for our app. Let me first introduce a few things for those persons who have not watched the previous videos. In this consultant's Django biometric application, I created it inside Django project, and the Django project itself, I created it inside a Python project. The Python project itself was created in PyCharm community IDE. To get us started, we are going to create a view for our app. So what I've actually done is that I've just double clicked on the views.py file to open it. Then let me take you to my Notepad++. I show you the view that I have. So this is the view that I want to have. As you can see, it has the F name, the S name, the tech role, the email, all those for this. That is, this is for the F name, the S name, the tech role, the email. Then we also have the bioscanner, we have the tech stack, we have the database, we have the website, and all that is stemming from, let me show you this one here, the biometric scanner, the technology used, that is the database and the website. And then for finger 1 and finger 2, that will be the particular finger that we enroll for the left hand, that is for F finger 1, and the particular finger that we enroll from the right hand. Let us proceed. So to do this, we are going to copy this view here, then paste it here in our views.py. So to do that, I will do Control A, select everything that was there, delete it, then I do Control V. So I've actually done Control V, then I do Control S to save. Actually done that. So this is how we are going to be rendering our, in this line here, that is line 38. This is how we are going to be rendering our register form. This register form here, where we will be doing the registration of the biometrics engineer particulars and their biometrics data. Okay, so that was step 11. Let us now move to step 12. In step 12, we are going to add the URL for accessing the app inside the consultant's app itself. So to do that, we are going to select consultants here, and then we create a new Python file, and then we name it as URL. Yeah, URLs. Then I just click on this to create it. So now we have our urls.py. So it is already opened here. So in our urls.py, we are going to have the following. This is what we are going to have in our urls.py. So I do Control A to select it. Then I do Control C to copy it. Then I go back to PyCharm community IDE. Then I do Control V. Then I do to paste it, that is. Then I do Control S to save it. So this is the path. We will actually be using this path to access our registration form for registering the biometric engineer's particulars. So that's it for step 12. This views here is this one here. And then register consultant is this function here. This function here, register consultant. Okay, so that's it. That was step 13. Let us now move to step 14, where we will add the URL in the main urls.py of the Django project. The Django project has its urls.py, but we chose to do a urls.py in the consultant's app so that it is specific to the consultant's app. But then there is the urls.py, this one here, for the Django project itself. Yeah, remember the consultants app is actually, this consultants app is actually inside the Django project. And the Django project has its own urls.py. Remember in step 12, we created these urls.py inside the consultants app. But there is a urls.py for the Django project folder. So inside this Django project folder, we are going to add the path to the URLs in the consultants app. So to do that, we will paste, let me paste this here. We will add this URL line here. So let us add this app level URLs path here, just below the admin. Let me do it up here. So this is going to be, let me just add this here. Yeah, that is the consultants, this consultants app here, URLs. So let me do Control S to save it. Control S to save it. Yeah, that's it. That is all we had to do for step 14. That is to include the consultants apps, these URLs here, inside the Django project urls.py file. Alright. So now let us proceed to, is it step 15? In step 15, we are going to add, we're going to create a templates folder here. So new folder, directory, then I write templates, sorry, in lowercase. I press enter, so we have created this folder here called templates. Then we also right click it again, new directory, we type consultants. So in this part here, that is inside our app consultants, we're going to have, we have now created this folder called templates, and we have also created a folder called consultants inside templates. So inside this consultants folder here is where we are going to add the HTML that actually give us this registration form here. So we are now wiring this Python Django Biometric integration registration form with our Python Django app, that is the consultants app. So let me add the HTML file within the templates folder, which is also now inside our consultants app. So in a short while, I'm going to show you the files that I am going to add here, including the HTML file for the registration form. Alright, I did the following. I added the templates folder and static folder. In the templates folder is where I added the registration form .html file. To do that, I created a consultants folder inside the templates folder, and then I put the registration form.html inside the consultants folder, which is now inside the templates folder. Then for the JS files, the CSS files, and the images, I put them inside the static folder. But before then, I had to create a consultants folder inside the static folder so that I could add my images, my CSS files, and the JS files inside the consultants folder, which now resides, inside the consultants folder that I created within the static folder. So let me expand these two, that is the static folder and the templates folder. And then you can now see that in both the static and the templates folder, there is a consultants folder that I also created in every one of these static and templates folder. And then for the static files, I put them inside the consultants folder within the static folder. And then for the registration form, that is the HTML file, I put it inside the consultants folder within the templates folder. So right here is the registration form, this one here. This is the registration form within the consultants folder that is inside our templates folder. So let me take you to the registration form so that I show you something here. So I had to include this line here so that it could add the static files, these static files here for the CSS, for the images and the JS files. So I had to include this line here to accommodate the static files. And then now for the static files, you see, for example, in the CSS, like in this case here, this line here, this line here, sorry, this line here, 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 and this line here. And for all these other static files, that is the JS files, the images, I had to do this here. That is this bit here. Then I first have this bit here. You see this? So that, let me highlight it this way. So I first had to have this bit here so that I could include the CSS files. You can see before every CSS folder begins, we have this bit here. Same case for all the JS files, like in this case here, and this case here. So we first had to have this bit before we add the particular static files that we added in our template. That is the template for register, this one here, the one that we are currently inside right now. There is another thing that I need to show you that I had to do in the settings.py. The settings.py is found inside the Django project folder. This one here, I had to do the following. Let me show you here what happened to it. That is that I just delete it right here. So I had to comment out this bit here. I had to comment out this bit so that I could have this with this asterisk so that I can allow the application to be run with the IP address of my computer as though it was the hosting server. So if I just had this alone here, let me show you. If I only had this, it will only run on 127.0.0.1, that is on the local host. But then if I comment out this bit, then I have this, it will allow me to, though unsafe, but you shouldn't do this in production. You should have a specific IP address so that you don't open your computer to exploits. But for my cases, this is just for tests and for showcasing this Python Django biometric integration. I added this asterisk here to allow the running of the application on the particular IP address that is assigned to my computer. Like for my case, let me take you to the command prompt here. This is the IP address of my computer. Though the same computer can still be accessed on the IP address 127.0.0.1 or localhost, but then for its IP address, that is the physical IP address that it can be accessed with from other computers, that is 10.200.110.158. Okay, let me minimize that. So I've explained to you why I added this bit here in the settings.py file. Now the remaining thing is for us now to run this application so that we confirm whether we were able to successfully wire up the views, the templates and the static files together in this consultants app that we are calling the Python Django biometric registration app. Let me do Control-C here. I do CLS. Present working day. Okay, or I just do dir. So we are in this path. This one here, sorry, we are in this path here. So to run the application, Let me do CLS. To run the application on the web, we'll first need to start the server. And to run the server, we will do Python. Sorry, I should do this in lowercase. Python manage.py. This one here. This one here. This one. Python space manage.py space run server, then 0.0.0.0, then the full colon 8000. That is where the Python Django server is running from. Then you do enter. The server started. The Django server started. There's one thing I need to show you. So we will have we'll access it using this IP address here. So instead of this bit here, by the way, we are having this 0.0.0.0 because we opened the developer computer to access from any IP address. So this is temporarily, but you should not do this on your production server. So in our case, we will have HTTP full colon 2//, then this IP address here, that is 10.200.110.158, and then we have a full colon and then 8000. But I need to show you, for us to be able to access this registration form, let me take you to the consultants.urls.py, this one here, this urls file.py here inside the consultants app. So we are going to include this path here, that is register, so that we can be able to access the registration form, which we are calling register_consultant. So to do that, we will go to our web browser, open a new tab, then you type HTTP here. Then we go back to our web browser. We have this here. Then we do full colon 8000, the port for the Django server, then /. Then if we come back here, we'll need, this is the path, the route that we need for accessing our registration form. So we'll have this register. Let me click away. Then you come here, we paste that register here. And then we press enter. Observe what happens. So you can see the application has successfully run on this IP address and on this route, that is register for our Python Django Biometric registration app. So that's it for step 15. So I've been able to show you how we wire up the front end with the Django side of things on the server side, and how we do the view, the templates, and the addition of the static files to the application. In the next video, we will do the physical registration, that is register the biometric engineers' particulars and enroll their biometric fingerprints, and then save that bit to the database. We will also see how the biometrics data is saved in the MySQL database. So thank you for watching and for staying all the way to the end. Thank you for following through with this series of videos for our Python Django biometric registration application, where we are using the HID DigitalPersona 4500 fingerprint scanner for the enrollment of the person's biometric fingerprint data. See you in the next one. Ciao.